Whatever you are going through right now, whether you're watching online or you're here, whatever you're going through, God is at work, and he's faithful. Whatever you're going through. There was a mother and a daughter. They were going to bake a cake together. And the daughter just wanted to eat the cake so bad. She kept trying to hurry the preparation. So finally her mother says, well, why don't you get 3 tablespoons of cooking oil and drink them? And the daughter says, nah, it'd be yucky. The mother says, why don't you just take 2 raw eggs and eat them? The daughter says, I don't want to eat raw eggs. The mother says, why don't you get a stick of butter and eat it? No, Mommy, I don't want to do that. Then the mother explained, you know, you eat those things on their own. Those ingredients are bitter. They taste horrible. But we mix those items, which are not good on their own, and we have to let it bake. And you just have to have patience, and we must wait till the right time. Only then will it taste good. Let me tell you a story about another Joseph. He's found in the Old Testament. The Joseph with the coat of many colors. Think about the ingredients which alone tasted horrible in Joseph's life. Sold into slavery, sold by his brothers, charged with adultery, tossed into prison, neglected and forgotten. He had every reason to be bitter. But Joseph could see that God was mixing these events for a greater purpose. Paul would later write, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who've been called according to his purpose. So Joseph tells his brothers, you know, what you intended to harm me with, God intended for good. For he mixed all of these ingredients together, these bad, bitter ingredients, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. I don't know if you needed to hear that today, but I want to encourage anybody who needed to hear that. Whatever you're going through, God can take those bitter ingredients and mix them together and work them for good. Here's my second encouragement to you. And I don't know if I could just be as direct as possible, because it's easy to say this to others, but you have to believe it for yourself. God loves you. Not for what you do, not for what you perform, not for what you do not do. God loves you not for the quality of your gifts, but he loves you because you are his child. All God longs for you is to show up and offer your life to him. No strings attached, just as you are. There was a man wandering through a barren desert, and he suddenly came upon a spring of cool, crystal clear water. It was so refreshing that he decided to take the king, whom he deeply loved, a sample of the water, the fresh water. He filled his canteen and began his long journey through the hot sands until he reached the palace. On the journey, however, the water got warm and it got stale. And the king cordially accepted the gift of his faithful citizen. He tasted it with an expression of deep appreciation and pleasure. The wanderer left, his heart filled with joy. He had pleased the king. When the man left, several men in the king's court tasted the putrid water and asked the king, "Why did you pretend to enjoy it?" And the king responded, "It was not the water I tasted, but the spirit in which it was given." God loves you, not for the quality of your gifts, but for the spirit in which you come to him. And no matter what you are going through, God takes all the bitter ingredients, mixes them together, and works it together for good.